being booed in front of 4,000 people is one of the worst possible things that can happen to a person when they are 17.
My name's Jay-Z. I study computer science at Brown, and I'm a senior.
I'm Alexander. I'm first year here at Brown. I'm studying applied math.
My name's Alexis. I'm a senior at Brown. I'm studying neuroscience.
I'm Becca Boucher. I'm a first year at Brown, and I'm planning to study anthropology.
My name's Edna. I'm a senior at Brown, studying modern culture and media.
I'm Jonah. I'm a senior at Brown, studying modern culture and media and music.
Hi, my name's Aiden. I'm a junior at Brown. I'm concentrating in English.
My name is Rashawn. I'm a first year. I plan on studying, I think, theater and IAPA. Yeah, that.
High school for me was about a year ago.
3.5 years.
3.5 years ago.
6 months now.
3.5 years.
Almost 4 years.
4 years ago.
Just last year.
I went to a school that is technically a public magnet school.
I went to like a private school in Massachusetts.
It was a charter school serving students who were in the areas that public schools usually served.
I went to a very, very small Quaker high school.
I went to Santa Monica High School, which has 3,000 students from all over the district. Pretty much everybody who doesn't go to private school just goes there.
I went to a private school.
So I went to a charter school. My school was just very intense, prison-like sometimes.
So I went to a private high school in Brooklyn, kind of prep school. So a lot of the people came from Brooklyn. Also, because it was a sports school, they brought in a lot of athletes on financial aid and scholarships. So I'd say it was a relatively diverse environment considering that it was a private high school where the tuition was very expensive.
Did I enjoy high school? Enjoy is such a strong word.
I'd say I appreciated it more than I enjoyed it.
It was a little bit suffocating because it was the same, maybe 200 people.
There was no reestablishing yourself. Like, if you did something weird that one time in 6th grade, like, that was just who you were.
I largely didn't enjoy my high school experience. My high school's motto is "We're worth the trip." Commuting to school was very difficult.
I think I got a lot of very good things out of it. Did I enjoy it? At times.
One thing I struggle with is that whenever I talk to people, I stuttered a lot because I wasn't confident in my language. Yeah, but then it got better. Music definitely helped. I started listening to rap music. I started making rap music. I don't know, it was just like one opportunity for me to like express myself and everybody was listening. And I became more confident after that point.
I did this program called Youth in Government. It was this program where like 4,000 kids from all across California like met up at these conferences 3 times a year, and I ran for the president of the program, which was called the Youth Governor. So we had to give speeches in front of the entire program, which was like 4,000 people, and I had made it to the round, like the top 6 round, and they asked us all this question: what's your favorite breakfast food? That was an important question. Like, what you said was indicative of who you were as a person. And I was like, I'm gonna do something different. I think the breakfast food that represents me most is a breakfast buffet. It was the worst possible thing I could have said, and immediately as I say it, I get booed from like 4,000 people. It was probably one of the worst days of my life. I got labeled Buffet Blaine, because my name's Aiden Blaine, but I did end up winning, so that is the one saving grace of that.
Junior year, like, girls got integrated into the place. Now people are like having these romantic endeavors like outwardly. So it just became like a breeding ground for nonsensical drama. The way that my headmaster dealt with the girl and boy situation was basically just ostracizing us completely, or wanting to. Since the teachers didn't necessarily know what to do, student leadership was suddenly now the means of communication. But if you have ever dealt with a 16, 15-year-old boy and girl who believe that their love will defeat the test of time, they are not listening to what you're saying, especially if you're like 2 years older than them. Basically, a lot of rules were suggested, they weren't really followed. I'm from China. I used to live at different host families. My previous host family said something racist to me. I was like, I'm done with this shit. So I just left. And that night, I just texted my friend. I was like, can you host me? And he's like, I got you. Honestly, I'm glad she was racist to me, so I get to move in with my friend. I think...
I wish I was better about consistently reaching out to my friends that I still keep in touch with from high school.
I kind of took for granted the fact that we were so close and so small that passing interactions were so easy. So there are people that I wish I'd kept up with, but I think it's also good for me to have space from those people in that community because it gives me a greater appreciation for it.
Maybe my U.S. History 2 teacher, he had good hair.
I graduated in 2020. Like, people I had gone to elementary school, middle school, high school with, but then, like, they kind of just, like, dropped off the face of the earth. That was how weird it was to kind of, like, go to school on March, 12th, and then just never see any of, like, 97% of your classmates ever again.
No.
I did not. I tried once. That didn't happen.
My first girlfriend, we started dating in middle school. She broke up with me my first year of high school. She cheated on me, and that really fucked with me for a long time. Felt like I couldn't move on from that experience, and dang.
I had a boyfriend for like a year and a half, and then he broke up with me to work on college applications. Like, it was a good relationship. I just think towards the end, we were realizing that we were different people, and he needed, like, a reason. And so he chose college applications.
Did you get into a better school than him?
No, he's at Harvard. So you win some, you lose some. Yeah, I think I'm winning.
Yeah, I dated for a year, from my freshman to sophomore year. That was fun. While it lasted, I feel like it taught me a lot. But I think that, like, learning to love it myself again and, like, respect my boundaries was something that I needed time to learn.
My parents are very, like, focused on your studies my entire life. And then, like, one random day, I was, like, studying for the SAT or something like that. And my mom just came into my room and she was just like, so this is how you're spending your Saturday night. You don't have, like, a girlfriend, you're not dating anyone. And I was just like, I didn't think I was allowed to do that.
I had a girlfriend all freshman year. Everyone told me when we were dating that I would never do better than her. Like, when we broke up, which I did get broken up with, I was like, well, I guess it's all downhill from here. But then junior year, things got better, and senior year, end of senior year, I had another girlfriend.
I became a lot more confident for sure.
I think I changed a lot. I think I became more confident, more outgoing. I don't have as much of a desire to be, like, well-liked by people around me anymore. When I came to college, it was kind of like a blank slate, and I really took advantage of that, and I think I, like, put myself out there a lot.
I think I didn't really know how to chill out in high school, because I feel like anybody who's trying to, like, get into Brown or a school like that is so, like, go, 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 and then as soon as you get to where you were going, you're like, oh shit, smoking weed and doing nothing is kind of fun.
I'm definitely a lot more confident. High school me would not have signed up to do this, so.
I don't know, because I think I'm still very close to it. The biggest difference is probably the people I've met and talked to, but I don't think that there's necessarily something intrinsic to me that's changed yet.
I'm more outgoing and I'm more willing to, like, talk to people. I think COVID kind of messed me up in this because, like, I just didn't, like, really know how to, like, hold conversations with people.
Coming to, like, a place where there's, like, a thriving art culture. I think I'm a lot more interested in pursuing art. Here I'm making movies, and in high school I was, like, running political campaigns.
I think I'm growing in my creativity a lot more because now I can't use the excuse of, oh, when I grow older, I'll do this. I feel adulthood is pushing me in the ways that I needed. So now I'm just taking more leaps of faith and doing things on impulse.
I did significantly change from high school. I've come to terms with, like, what makes me happy and, like, pursuing that and what I'm passionate about. Coming from a very academically rigorous high school, the focus was always kind of on what you could do most impressively and not on what you actually enjoyed. Finding and realizing that, like, making space in my life, not even just space, but the focus of my life, being what I'm passionate about and what makes me happy, has really fundamentally changed how I live.
Since I was about 11, I knew I had to go to college because my friends were saying go to college, my teacher was saying go to college, my parents were saying go to college. So I sort of had that just ingrained.
I knew that I always wanted to go to college. I was a very overachieving kid for pretty much my whole life. So I had like a lot of really weirdly specific college anxiety related nightmares, like being in a stadium full of people with one of those like scoreboards, except instead of a score, it has all of the colleges I applied to. Next to each one, an X appears, and it's like the buzzer sound. I'm not sure I was thinking of Brown specifically until I started doing research on colleges.
Going to a prep school, that's like, it's like a given. Like, everyone there was really oriented towards getting into college. And I kind of didn't really know much about college because like my dad didn't go to college, but my mom went to college in Venezuela. She knew nothing about the US college system. So I like didn't know anything about colleges until like it was time to like really like get my stuff together. I ended up liking Brown because I heard about it as like one of the Ivy League schools, and then like I did a program, like a summer program here. I wasn't like a fan of like the culture of like the cutthroatness that kind of exists in like all the really top schools.
There was always a strong emphasis placed on education, so I always knew kind of that I had to try. It was kind of ingrained in me. But as for Brown specifically, I kind of adopted this mindset applying to colleges, like whatever happens, like it'll be fine. So I just applied to a ton of schools and was like, wherever I get in, I get in.
I was taking calc. I was like, I wonder if there's like a place where I don't have to do math. And then I Googled it, and like Brown showed up, and I was like, oh. Over time, like it was also just like, everybody seems so nice, and like here they are frolicking in the grass in these pictures. I was like, this is so lit.
I didn't always know I wanted to go to Brown, but I always knew I wanted to go to an Ivy. I felt like I needed to be in a place where the name brand of the school would work a lot in my favor. Me wanting to go to Brown only happened after visiting, and I don't think I could have made a better choice, truly. I'm really happy here.
Just the fact that there are like, 7,000 people here, and in my high school there were 200, is a pretty insane difference. It feels really nice to not feel observed all the time, and it feels really nice to meet new people all the time.
I think life at Brown is so much more fulfilling than high school. I think my high school didn't have like any cohesive sense of community. At Brown, even though it's like a big school, it feels small in a lot of ways. Everyone wants to be here, which is the coolest thing.
My life here is like very, very different. I'm able to construct my schedule here. If I want to be busy or there's things that I deem as important, I can make myself busy, and I can also step back from things if I need to. I'm just a lot happier here.
Thank you guys so much for watching the very first episode of Bear Connections. We hope you enjoyed, and if you're interested in being in a future episode, you can find the link to apply in the description down below.
You can also find the link to casting on our Instagram, Studio64PVD, as well as on our website, studio64pvd.com. Thanks for watching. Make sure to share, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
This has nothing to do with like Brown or like high school, but I did guess somebody's sign correctly 2 nights ago, and honestly, I'm basically like an astrologist now.
Can you guess mine?
Okay, let me think. Based on the position of your brows and your speech pattern, and just the manner in which you ask me questions, I genuinely think I want to say Taurus.
No way.
No
fucking.
Oh wait, am I right?
Yes.
Holy shit! Okay, cool. What can I say?